1. What is the primary purpose of the Credentialed Community Language CCL test? A. To assess writing skills in a second language. B. To evaluate interpreting skills in legal settings. C. To test language proficiency in community-based conversations. D. To certify professional translators. 2. Who administers the CCL test in Australia? A. Department of Home Affairs. B. Australian National University. C. NAATI, National Accreditation Authority for Translators and Interpreters. D. TAFE Australia. 3. How many dialogue scenarios are included in the CCL test? A. 1. B. 2. C. 3. D. 4. 4. What is the main format of the CCL test? A. Multiple choice questions. B. Essay writing. C. Dialogue-based oral interpreting. D. Grammar correction. 5. What language skills are primarily assessed in the CCL test? A. Reading and writing. B. Listening and speaking. C. Speaking and writing. D. Reading and grammar. 6. Which of the following is most important when interpreting in a community language setting? A. Paraphrasing to simplify the message. B. Adding cultural context even if not mentioned. C. Maintaining the meaning and tone accurately. D. Speaking quickly to save time. 7. What is the best course of action if you do not understand a term during interpretation? A. Skip the term and continue. B. Guess based on context. C. Ask for clarification. D. Replace it with a similar term. 8. The CCL test commonly covers dialogues in which type of scenarios? A. Political debates. B. Academic conferences. C. Community-based topics like healthcare, housing, and legal services. D. Advanced technical training. 9. In a medical scenario, what is the best way to handle culturally sensitive information? A. Omit it if uncomfortable. B. Interpret it accurately and neutrally. C. Provide medical advice. D. Comment on cultural relevance. 10. If one party speaks with strong emotion, how should it be interpreted? A. In a neutral tone to avoid conflict. B. With equivalent emotional intensity. C. Slowly and calmly. D. With added clarifications. 11. What is the minimum score required to pass the CCL test? A. 50 out of 100. B. 63 out of 90. C. 29 out of 45 per dialogue. D. 63 out of 90 overall, and at least 29 out of 45 for each dialogue. 12. Which of the following is not one of the CCL test assessment criteria? A. Accuracy. B. Fluency. C. Cultural sensitivity. D. Grammar analysis. 13. What happens if a test taker scores 63 overall but less than 29 in one dialogue? A. They still pass the test. B. They fail the test. C. They get partial points. D. They receive conditional certification. 14. What is the consequence of frequent omissions during interpretation? A. May lead to minor deduction. B. Generally acceptable if meaning is retained. C. Considered a major error. D. Encouraged to improve flow. 15. Which of the following is a major error in the CCL test? A. Slight hesitation. B. Mispronunciation. C. Changing the meaning of a statement. D. Accent variation. 16. In a Centrelink scenario, the term family tax benefit should be interpreted as A. A deduction on groceries. B. A childcare payment. C. A government subsidy to assist families with children. D. A tax penalty for high-income families. 17. During a housing interview, if the client mentions bond, what is the interpreter expected to understand? A. A legal contract. B. A rental deposit. C. A financial loan. D. A property investment. 18. In a medical dialogue, bulk billing most likely refers to A. Medical insurance registration. B. Paying in large amounts. C. No out-of-pocket expense for eligible patients. D. Private hospital bills. 19. If a client says, "I'm on a bridging visa," this implies A. They have permanent residency. B. They're visiting temporarily. C. They're in a transitional visa period. D. They have citizenship. 20. In a police scenario, interpreting apprehended violence order should reflect A. A peace offering. B. A temporary restraining order. C. A security clearance. D. A jail sentence. 21. Which of the following is a good preparation method for the CCL test? A. Memorizing vocabulary lists only. B. Practicing real-life community dialogues. C. Focusing only on written translation. D. Reading academic journals. 22. Why is note-taking important during the CCL test? A. To write the final answer. B. To organize ideas for an essay. C. To recall key terms and sequence of ideas. D. To avoid speaking. 23. What is the recommended approach if you forget a part of the dialogue? A. Remain silent. B. Fabricate the missing part. C. Paraphrase honestly and continue. D. Skip to the next dialogue. 24. How long is the CCL test approximately? A. 20 minutes. B. 30 minutes. C. 45 minutes. D. 1 hour. 25. What is the purpose of the chime or sound heard during the test? A. Marks a pause for thinking. B. Signals the end of the test. C. Indicates speaker change or segment boundary. D. Denotes an error. Credentialed Community Language. The Credentialed Community Language CCL test is an assessment administered by NAATI, National Accreditation Authority for Translators and Interpreters in Australia. It evaluates a candidate's ability to understand and interpret conversations between a native English speaker and a speaker of a LOT language other than English in real-life community settings. The test is conducted in dialogue format and includes 2 scenarios commonly encountered in areas such as healthcare, legal services, immigration, and education. Passing the CCL test awards 5 bonus points towards an Australian skilled migration visa. While it does not provide professional interpreting certification, it demonstrates practical language proficiency essential for everyday community interactions in a bilingual context. Here are the top 5 beneficial uses of the sample exam. 1. Extra migration points. Passing the CCL test grants 5 bonus points towards Australia's General Skilled Migration GSM visa, improving eligibility for permanent residency. 2. Demonstrates bilingual proficiency. The test validates a candidate's ability to effectively communicate in both English and a language other than English in real-life scenarios. 3. Faster visa processing path, including CCL points in a visa application can strengthen the profile and contribute to a faster, more competitive application process. 4. Increased employment opportunities. Demonstrated language proficiency can open doors in sectors like healthcare, social services, and education where bilingual skills are highly valued. 5. Foundation for further accreditation. The CCL test serves as a stepping stone for candidates considering formal interpreter or translator certification with NAATI in the future.